To get over a hangover, I just like to drink early the next day. You bite the dog that bit you. That type of philosophy.
What did I do today? That'll answer the question. I ate food, I guess. A couple coffees, couple Cokes, a lot of smoking, a little bit of water maybe here and there, and a lot of food. Next thing I know, I'm ready to go.
We've been doing it long enough where it's every night we're drunk, so we know how to cope with it. Every night's a Friday night. Like when you're ready to go out, take your ecstasy, smoke a little weed, every night is like that for us.
When I'm at home and I drink, my hangovers are horrible. They last like 3 days. On tour, 5 minutes you feel fine. There's something about like touring that just kind of clears you up all the time. Like as soon as you get up, you feel like shit for about 5 minutes, and then you're like, who cares? Let's start drinking again.
I'm the opposite. Like when I'm home, I don't drink too much, so I get it all out when I come out on the road. The big difference I see is the people that we run across, they don't wear deodorant in Europe, and I don't understand why. Like if I smell you, how come you don't smell you? You know what I mean?
Hey, we were just talking about it. Apparently there's a guy on stage that you could smell him from a mile away. He's just horrible. And it's always like at European festivals, the guys that work on stage, some of the stinkiest people you'll ever meet. I don't know, like they just don't believe in washing, deodorant, nothing. I mean, I don't smell good, but like
you smell like a department store compared to that dude.
Yeah,
on
like
stage.
I'm not killing anybody right now. Jim, who does all the dance music kind of stuff in the band, like he's obsessed by Scooter, so that's probably the best one. But like he grew up listening to Depeche Mode and stuff like that, so he's a big fan. So anytime he can put a little keyboards in there, he tries his best to get it in there. I keep trying to move more towards the rock, but it's not happening.
I think each song's a different case because some we start with an idea, like a song idea, and some are more. He might have a guitar lick that might set something off, or Jim might have a melody or something, and so each song is different as far as how we recreate it. I like to think of lyrics on the toilet because it's going to come out like shit anyway. We actually, the first time we were in Europe, we played clubs with no floor. It was just dirt, and it'd be like 4 goats outside. But when you play festivals and you could see how many people like or dislike your music, you have a sense of satisfaction. But him and I both like playing smaller venues sometimes because it's intense, it's hot, and that's what we grew up playing. I live for girls, drugs, music,
beer. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, I guess, really.
I mean, as gay as it sounds, I have my real estate license, and we all went to college and stuff. But if we do this right, then hopefully we won't have to work.
Yeah. Once in a while you got to deliver a pizza or two to pay your bills, but overall, pretty much for the past couple of years, nothing. Which is kind of weird when you think of it. When was the last time you had a real job?
15 years ago.
1997, I quit my last real job. 10 years ago. That's kind of frightening.
Well, I think Chasey Lane was one of our favorites until she got pregnant, and then her arms were hairier than mine, and it was a turn off after that. But I don't know. Who's your favorite now?
I think my favorite porn star of all time would be Alexa Ray. And only because I met her in a 7-Eleven randomly in my neighborhood in Sherman Oaks one day. I was like, wait a minute. I think I've jerked off to you. Like, it was one of those weird moments. I was like, oh my God, I actually know who you are. I used to skate when I was like 18, 19, 20, but I was really bad. I was the kid that brought my skateboard out, would watch all the other guys do all the cool stuff, and then I'd go home. Like, I never did anything cool, and like where we grew up, there was quite a few pro skaters, and like there was always something going on, but I never could get the hang of it. And snowboarding, we went once, and I pretty much fell down the mountain, got to the bottom, and got a beer. That was it for me.
I like to snowboard. I go a couple times a year, and I don't skateboard as much as I used to, but I had a Tony Hawk board, Lance Mountain, Gonzo, Gator, the Vision Gator, but Yeah, I always had the nose guard on front. Everybody made fun of me with a tail guard and side rails. Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, we're just going to keep doing it, piece by piece, put out a couple songs, see how things go, and keep touring. Keep drinking.